It is so jank, you won't believe it. It has like 18 persistent petitioners and some counter spells and a couple of planeswalkers that mill the opponent, and I've been able to do it. That I've milled the opponent, 12 cards at a time. So we'll say now for a quick 1v1. So, horrible opening hand. Not great also. We'll see how it goes. So, dealing with a white deck. Interesting, no one plays that card at all, but more power to them. What does it do again? Search your library for a land, and then if you've got lands, oh, okay, well, I'm not even going to be attacking, so that's okay. You're going to mortify that. Rude. Okay, well, should have saved your mortify, because you get to discard a card. Plus, we'll also exile your graveyard so that your Thaumatic Compass doesn't do its thing. Gain 3 life, sure.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
Okay, so we're gonna wipe out their Risen Reef. Yeah, it is. Let me lower my volume. Why is it so high? Okay, so Risen Reef. Yeah, I played people during the sponsored event, and they figured it out. Okay, so there's that cat. Pridemate. Now all I need is my spell to my murder or whatever. And Ashiok is gonna get wiped out, or Davriel. I have a nice elemental deck that works well with it. It looks like the elemental deck definitely did its thing very, very well. Whoops. Your compass doesn't work because Ashiok says you cannot search your library. So I'm going to need to get my my murders, because this is not going to go well unless... and that's not a murder. Okay, well, this is not going to work. This deck is not going to work. So that's what this deck is. Sometimes it works, usually it doesn't, and at least I'm playing someone with kind of an interesting meta. No one plays with that compass, and here we got these Ajani's Pridemates, which are now huge, and I can't deal with them, and gaining some more life. What is his ultimate again? Nothing really. Alright, well, this is not going to work that well, because I'm not getting any of my kill spells, but that's okay. Let's see what happens. So they're going to come at me with a couple of huge Ajanis. I don't like the art on this new Ajani, do you? I like the one better in the jungle, that one right there. And I also didn't like the second one, so bring back classic Ajani's Pridemate. Yep, go ahead. There's no way out of this, and except to mess with them a little bit. What about the new Ashiok voice? I don't like the new Ashiok voice either, with like so much reverb or whatever. That's not enjoyable either. Right, so they're gonna attack with some huge cats that I will have to sacrifice these petitioners, but then at least I will toss some more stuff in their graveyard. Yep, resolve all, that's a good idea. The older one is much better, I agree. It's just a little hard to listen to. If you have at least 15 or more life, exile everything. Okay, sure. But before that, let's... So, I'm happy to have helped them get their magical Christmas land of working... of their Ajani deck working. Making dreams come true, that's what they call me. So after this game, we'll play some real stuff. That was just a little joke match, and I just got some bad draws and everything as well, because I had an easy way to remove their Pride Mates, of course. I had some murders and stuff. Anyway, let's play what I wanted to play. That was just to get the juices flowing. Traditional where are we at? Ranked draft. There we go. Let's play. So I just saw earlier some tweets about people talking about how like this past season of things just zooming by, so many releases and so many cards. It's like it feels like War of the Spark is so old. Like there were prizes being given at an event, and the prizes were War of the Spark, and it's like, wow, that set came out a year ago. No, it came out like 3 months ago, 2 months ago. And there was Modern Horizons, which wasn't for the same target audience, I suppose, but it was another set. And then now, you know, this weekend is the official release of Core Set 2020, and that's the new hotness, so people are like, wow, it's kind of a while ago that these came out. Alright, so Dread Malkin, a 1/1 menace, Oath of Kaya kills things, protects your things, Chandra does damage, Rising Populace gets bigger, Proliferate, Dam Breaker, Aid, Assault Team, Ogre, Flyer. Well, the Oath of Kaya kills things if it's got 3 mana, and protects my stuff. When one or more creatures attack, deals 2 damage to that player, you gain 2 life. I don't know, let's... I want that Silver Wind just because it's a flyer, and that 2/2 Death Touch, and that Dread Malkin. But we'll go with... Let's see what we can do with some Kaya stuff. Well, Prison Realm, definitely. Liliana's Triumph, definitely. Lazotep Reaver. Let's go with the Prison Realm. So are we doing Orzhov again? I seem to be doing a lot of Orzhov when I play War of the Spark. Callous Dismissal, maybe? Yeah, let's see about a couple of Orzhov things. There's Davriel. Dismissal.
I'm mysterious, refined, and a far better dresser than you.
So stuck up. Did you hear that? He said, I'm so refined and a better dresser than you. Bond of Revival, I've seen people do that card pretty amazingly, that they put something in the graveyard and then bring it back with haste. Trusted Pegasus, make something flying. Ugin's Conjurant, I could make that pretty big. Kind of a lot of things that are cool here. Vraska's Finisher. Little bit of damage becomes a lot of damage. I guess the Behemoth, Rally, Defiant, Ghost Form. Draw a card with that. That goes back to the Reaver. grab a flyer. We'll do the topple. So what's the last key? What's the last limited everyone played there in the chat? Anyone play some of the War of the Spark or some Sealed 2020? What is everyone playing recently? Tails, Light Shield. People forget that that's not a defender. Steady aim. Okay. So then over here, another Light Shield, I suppose. Soren's Thirst, Charity Extractor, Iron Bully, Spark Reaper. Could do another Light Shield. Or the Extractor as a blocker. Gideon's Triumph, yes. Makeshift Battalion, I want that. Banehound, I want that. There's Gideon's Girlfriend, 3/6. Gain 5 life. Ooh, Law Rune Enforcer, so amazing, so annoying. Get on my team. Ajani's Primate, I'm not really doing life gain. Battlefield Promotion, another Light Shield. Tomik, so for only 2 mana you get a 2/3 flyer. Defiant Strike, another, oh that's a Davriel. Shadow Fugue. Let's see if that wheels around. I want that Shadow Fugue. Martyr of the Cause, Flying Pegasus. Spark Reaper I'm not loving, but what about a 3/3 Vigilance? Sure. Enforcer Griffin, a lot of mana for that. 4/5 at the high end. Charity Extractor. Gadu Huatli, she's dealing with defenders. The event you played was the Bolus several weeks ago. Okay, yeah, that was like that fun event that you could do. That was all part of the story to get you like more card sleeves and stuff, right? Those were pretty fun. Makeshift Battalion, sure. Screecher, Promotion, Strike, and the saddest card of all time, Heartwarming Redemption. Kytheon had known war every day of his life. Now he finally knew peace. So sad. So the stained glass cards, yeah, those are some fun cards. Okay, and what are we doing? Oh, we're barely on pack 3. For some reason, I thought I had already grabbed everything. Cool, a whole new pack. Here's a D-Spark. Exile target permanent with a big casting cost. In theory, that'll be for a big Planeswalker. Tamiyo. Rising population, Soren's Thirst to kill something, maybe. Another D-Spark, Tyrant Scorn, Martyr, Makeshift, Aid. Got a Teo right there, or a Topple, or the Statue. Pouncing Lynx, that's a 2/1 first strike. And it meows. Martyr, Populous, Vraska, another finisher. Well, there we go. There's the Shadow Fugue. Another Topple and Aid. Vampire Opportunist, I suppose. Yeah, Soren's Thirst is one for a little bit of removal. Good to have. Aid the Fallen. Topple. It's a bunch of those. Crovad and Sacrifice. Okay. So we got some stuff to play with. We'll see how it goes. Getting rid of the non-color things. I got a lot of stuff in my colors, which is amazing. And then we got to go over here to change our sleeves. Which one should we go to? Should we go with the black The black sleeves, should we go with the Kiora anime version or the Vivian anime version? Put your votes in now. Which one should we go for? Let's do it like this. Follow that link right there, loots.com/vmcampos. Follow the link right there. Go vote that way. Why is my web camera all weird? Let's see, it's a little better. Yep, so follow that Loots link. That's the best way. That helps the stream. It gives a little bit of payback to the stream to fund everything. And so our options are the classic magic Vivian Kiora Black. I remember that was supposed to be like, that was like a supposed proposed back for the card sleeves in like Magic Online and Magic Arena, something like that. And people thought, that's too weird, it's too different, the font is different and the back is too different and everything. Well, for sleeves, I think it's acceptable. Alright, so let's look at our deck over here. 22 creatures, 17 non-creatures. We'll look at it this way. So at the very high end is God Pharaoh's statue plus a 4/5. Let's take out this other big old behemoth. And one Shadow Fugue, Silver Wing, Extractor. Nah. Loxodon gives everything Vigilance. Krovod, nah. These two battalions that can get bigger, sure. Rising Populace gets bigger, yes. Light Shield, maybe just 2. Pegasus gives flying. Finisher finishes things. Prison, need that. Toppled, way too many topples. Davriel to mess with their hand. Oath of Kaya to do some damage. Apparition proliferates. And I'll go through this again a little slower in a moment. Marcher proliferates. 2/1 first strike. 1/3 flyer. Tomik as a 2/3 flyer. Vampire Opportunist, nope. Promotion, +1 counter. Put 1 counter, gains first strike. I probably will remove that. Gideon's Triumph, yes. Aid the Fallen, no. Soren's Thirst, yes. Despark, probably. Law Rune, yes. Defiant, just need 1. Gideon's Sacrifice, nope. Kaya's Ghost Form, nope. Ugin's Conjurant. Okay, so I got 45 cards with a 1 pass through. 17 non-creature spells. I guess I gotta take out a couple non-creatures. Okay, so we got the God Pharaoh statue, which is 6 mana, but it's an artifact, so yeah, I can get to 6 mana, probably, in a timely manner. And spells my opponent's cost more. So in limited, that could be pretty devastating, and then 1 damage to them at the end of my end step. So I kind of want that. Then at the very big creature, 4/5 for 6 mana, draw a card, lose a life. So I get a big old 4/5. Shadow Fugue, mess with their hand, and they lose 2 life. Saheeli Silverwing, a 2/3 flyer. Probably take that out. It's a 2/3 flyer, it's 4 mana. Well, it's a flyer, 2/3 flyer for 4 mana. Loxodon Sergeant, a 3/3 for 4 mana. Gives everything Vigilance for the end of the turn. Makeshift Battalion, if they attack with more helpers, they get stronger. I have a lot of creatures, so that should work. Rising Populace, it gets stronger as my things die. Light Shield, it's a 0/3, but gives something a +1. I've got a little bit of counter stuff going on and proliferate and such. Pegasus 2/2 gives something else flying. Finisher 3/2, it helps kill something else that got damaged. Prison Realm needs some removal. Topple, that slows them down when they're about to attack and draws me a card or destroys an artifact. Davriel to whittle their hand down and damage them. Oath of Kaya deals damage to something. And when they attack my planeswalkers, it damages them and I gain life. I've got one planeswalker. Whenever an opponent attacks a planeswalker, deals 2 damage. Yeah, I'm going to remove Kaya's Oath. Well, it's 3 damage, so it could be used as a, as a kill spell. But then besides that, it's not going to do too much because I've only got one planeswalker. I don't know. I'm thinking of removing that, but it's removal. I don't know. That's hard. Okay, Despark. Exile target permanent with CMC of 4 or greater. So some of these planeswalkers will get hit by that. Hey, everyone in the chat, welcome. I'm trying to do... hey there, Alvaro. Did I get the Chandra deck? The Chandra deck in the Magic Arena or in real life? In real life, it's supposed to arrive in the mail soon. Despark. Soren's Thirst, deal some damage, gain some life. Gideon, destroy some creatures. Promotion. I guess let's take out that promotion. Tomik, War Screecher, Lynx, Martyr, Apparition. Yeah, the physical Chandra. Usually what I do on my YouTube channel, Tomcat, is I do some Planeswalker upgrade videos for beginner players. Those have been very popular on my YouTube channel. And I do some upgrades. Usually I take the cards of the current set only, plus commons and uncommons, and then I do some upgrades. And so Alvaro, in the Celebrity Cup, I'm not sure actually. I think I'm out of the loop. What do you mean by that? So I know the Celebrity Cup was going over in Europe, right? Someone's giving out Chandra codes. Oh, let's plug them in right now. Can you look that up for me? And where do I get those codes so I can plug it in right now? Law Rune will work to tap things out. Defiant Strike draws me a card. I guess not. Egan's Conjurant can get big. So you own that Chandra deck from the M20 Planeswalker deck. Yeah, Planeswalker decks are getting better and better nowadays, I think. So 43 cards. Usually I do 42 cards. Let's give it a shot with 43 cards. Maybe I'll cut a few more things. I know we're supposed to do 40. When it comes to code play with it. Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, Planeswalker decks, they come with a code to redeem that actual deck in Arena, which is cool because I've actually used it. To... Let me see what's going on here. I go first. No white cards at all, but I don't need them until a little bit. I mean, no planes. So let's see what happens if we get lucky here. Battling Ubelshak. Sake. Okay, that was my Dread Malkin. Okay, I'm gonna get... So let's see here. Free keys de dot upscaling dot French, etc. Okay, I will follow that link in just a bit. Thank you for that. So this is like the free, what is it again? It's a free Chandra deck in Arena. It's like the complete Planeswalker deck for you in Arena. Hey there, Lizar, how are you? I'm doing some War of the Spark drafting. And if people are wondering, who's he talking to? Well, I'm streaming live to both. I'm streaming live to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so people can come and hang out in either one of those places. And I'm talking to 2 people at once. I mean, 2 groups at once. So I tried to play this. Yes, everyone, tip me on loots. That's amazing to do. So I'm trying to... I tried to play with just swamps, and let's see how that goes if I'm able to get my... Okay, that'll be annoying. Okay, everyone, well, the shuffler hates me, and I shouldn't have taken a hand with no planes, so it's all my fault, but let's see what happens if we get through these draws. The La Rune will tap the Ugin, they'll do some more damage. Well, if they wanted to tap that, they needed to tap it before I declared blockers. That Marcher will proliferate, but there doesn't seem to be anything to proliferate, unless they have some amazing shenanigans here. Isn't it always the case that other people, their strategies work so much better? Alright, I guess you really needed to kill my Conjurant. There we go, white mana. What do we want to do here? We could bring in that light shield, but that'll just get tapped. The battalion will get tapped as well. I need to get rid of that La Rune Enforcer. And then I need to start to bring in... Okay, I guess I'll bring in the battalion, which is going to get tapped out. And then the light shield. So they had to discard another divine arrow. Attacking everything, sure. Finisher, alright. So this is going to be a little bit of slow going. I'm going to have to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. And I'm on a turn 2 clock, so this will be very hard to pull off. Because I get tapped out right there, and then I get 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. And basically next turn, I will be done for. I get my own finisher. So they will need to tap one of the two. Yeah, I'll get out this 3-2, but that's not really gonna help. And when it's their turn, they will tap out probably my finisher. And then I have one battalion to live with. Got their 5th mana. Tapping that, yep, makes sense. Attack with that, sure. They have a combat trick. I don't think they're going to do their... Oh, I guess they will do their Dread Malkin. That'll make sense. Alright, well, there we go. I shouldn't have kept that opening hand, I think. Let's go to the next one. Let's see what happens this next time. So, I assume that, you know, the luck of the cards, I will get the right mana that I need. So that's why I kind of kept the bad hand. But this is a lot better here. Got a good starting point with a creature and a triumph to take out their stuff. Let's keep that. Then when we get to 4th mana, we have the Silver Wing or the Shadow Fugue, and then we'll see where it goes. We're going with the Grim Initiate. So we're battling Sack Slayer. What's the craziest name What's the funniest and weirdest name that you've ever seen someone having on Arena? Wanderer Strike. Alright, so this War Screecher should be able to hold things off. I doubt they will have very much amass stuff going on. In red and blue, amass is not that strong, is it? And they probably don't have a combat trick. They didn't drop a land. People usually drop their land right away, right? Unless you're doing some next level meta stuff. 42069 Yitas. That is hilarious. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Probably... I think I'm going to hold off on that Gideon's Triumph until they have something good. We're doing 3 colors. There's red, white, and blue. That's Mardu, right? I don't have all of the types of combinations really memorized, but Mardu is the red, white, and blue theme deck. I'm attacking with that, sure. Fourth land. Let's get back a little bit of life, plus wreck their hand a bit. Getting a text message from my brother. Hey, I have an old smartphone. I probably shouldn't read it out loud. So, do a little damage to them. Nothing to proliferate. I can't wait to get some great stuff on the board here so I can proliferate like mad. On Crop Invader. I guess what we could do is get rid of that Invader. Do a little Scrotting. Get that out of here. Light Shield, sure. Attack with 1 in the air, then I'll be able to block their army. Nothing to amass just yet. I'm just replying to my brother on that chat as well. He's asking about jailbreaking a phone. Have any of you ever jailbroken a phone before? It's not even necessary anymore, is it? Several years ago, I think people were always talking about jailbreaking their iPhones or rooting their Android phone to fully customize it. But I think that's kind of like died down. So what about there? Anyone in the chat, have you ever jailbroken your phone? Is it still a thing people do? So my brother was asking, should I get this phone to jailbreak it for $40? I'm like, no, I don't think you need to jailbreak phones, so I would vote no. Alright, that's weird. They're doing nothing. Fine. Let's Light Shield something with a counter, then the Grateful Apparition will make it even better. Probably to the Apparition itself, because I will be eventually tapping that Screecher. It's pretty passé now. I think, yeah, I remember when smartphones, you know, they've been around. The current idea of smartphones have been around 10 years. But there's been smartphones before, of course. But yeah, I remember, like, yeah, you gotta root it, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Ah, freaking hell. So the possibility of that I don't think is as useful as it used to be. This is a really slow player. If you look at the timer, they have been playing for X amount of time, right? Does this still tell you how much time? It doesn't tell you how much time on this sort of match, which is interesting, huh? Alright, rising population or a silver wing. So even with my 0-3 light shield, yeah, this person's so slow, they need to pay attention to their stuff. Let's hold off on that. I need to call a judge over here for this slow play. Have any of you ever played against people that are just extremely slow and then like you're able to go get yourself a sandwich while they plan their plays? Look, it's still at the end of my turn and they're still trying to decide what to do. Every player is slow, yeah. So transmutate that, sure. I don't have a way to deal with that. I have Topple, which destroys artifacts, but not... Okay, what I'll do is I'll bring out a rising population and then block with my battalion, so that when it dies, it makes the population bigger. I guess while we're waiting, we'll play with their cat. That's hilarious. So Conjurant would be cool, but again, I'm going to do this amazing combo right here, where I'm going to block with my battalion, and then the populace will rise. What does everyone think about this background? We're on top of Bolas's Citadel, and it's like so epic and everything. Okay, so they didn't attack. I'm gonna get a land next. So did you know you can interact with the stuff back here? Like you can press this, and it's like, whoa, ignite the beacon. You can press over here, and other fun stuff happens. It's been protected by a light shield. You can click over here, and that also has a fun thing. Cyclops. Hearthstone backgrounds are much better. Are you actually talking about Hearthstone in a Magic stream? I will allow it, but I am shocked to my core. Anyway, let's go in with a War Screecher over here. Actually, what I could do is if I don't attack, I could eventually make the... No, I need 6 mana. We played Hearthstone for a while. Okay. Until it was all a cash grab. Well, unfortunately, it seems like all games eventually become cash grabs, right? That they need to keep it... to keep people playing, so they need to... keep introducing ways to... Okay, that Sphinx is actually going to be very good, because then they will play their Electromancer again. Fine. And they're going to keep passing here. Okay, well, let's... we have to bait things out of them, so... So they've got to block some stuff here. And then I'll bring in the Vraska's finisher to finish that Sphinx. Gideon's Triumph. Target point of sacrifice a creature that blocked, attacked, or blocked. Okay, I think I can do both, right? So let's let that happen first. That population will get a little bigger. Great. Then we'll bring in the finisher to finish that flyer. Then we'll triumph so they can get to choose to wreck something, probably the auger. So what we have, your money, we're going to get rid of what you bought. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that strategy right there of constantly... What does a Cyclops do? X damage. Number of instants and sorceries in the graveyard, which will only be 2 damage, right? 1, 2, 3. It'll be 3 damage. So my populace is out of range, even if they bring back that Cyclops. If I get my final land, I'll put out the god statue. Taking out a finisher, that's fine. I now have a 6/6. They will have to block with everything to take out my 6/6. Okay, there's the final land. Cool. God's Pharaoh statue. Let's go all in. If they block that cause... They have 1 blue mana open, but they can tap to do nothing there. Okay. So that does nothing, and that takes out 1 thing. Okay, that'll work fine. Is anyone planning on playing any real... Okay, they are going to triple block. Okay, that'll work fine because 4, 5, 6... That'll work fine because I'll take everything out except that 1 army. And then I'll have that doing damage to them and then make their spells more expensive. Anyway, and is anyone going to play any real-life paper desktop Magic this weekend? I might play, probably not. I'm going to a party later tonight, and no one there is a Magic player really, so I don't think anyone will want to play. But I might take my... Hey, that reminds me, I should take out my Ravnica... my Ravnica Battle Box set. I made a set of... Okay, we can topple... When your LGS opens, nice. Well, I can make a big ol' 6/6. Let's do that. So they're getting very close. They have 4 life plus my Pharaoh's statue there on a 4-turn clock. I've got a big old 6/6. We're gonna attack in the air, maybe. Acceptable. I might have won the game here if I wait my turn and I can topple their lord. And they don't have any shenanigans on their side. Ooh, Oath of Kaya, actually. That also gains me life, doesn't it? So if they counterspell that, I can still topple. They might counterspell it plus a mass, which won't do anything because their army is up in the air. Although they might have Lazotep plating, which will give something hexproof, right? They're thinking very hard. Timeout. 4 damage to any target. I'll still live, right? So I guess that's it. Even attacking with my light shield. Okay. 4 minus 7 is not equal to 0. And we got Sack Slayer going back to their lair to play some sacks. Alright everyone, that was nice. If you enjoyed that, win, don't forget to go over to loots.com/vmcampos. It doesn't cost you anything except your time, and we all know that's worthless. Just kidding. You can go over to that Loots and say something nice there, and we'll keep this winning train moving. So I've only had 2 games so far. The first one went really, really bad because I kept a terrible hand. The second one was a grind, but it was interactive. And now it's versus Tails Verdi. At least I have my mana that I need. Good. Battalion. Need that. Finisher. Loxodon. Okay, this can do stuff. There's no removal, but we'll see what happens. Mono green. Ooh, perfect. Turn 1 play. I love those. And this is totally annoying. La Rune Enforcer will slow them down. Getting a fun message about to appear on Loots any moment. Okay, so we can do nothing just yet. On their turn, I can tap their druid so it doesn't attack. And do the battalion next. Doing this battalion. We got a special loot message coming up any moment here. Feeding your cat. Since 2016, get loots right, meow. They're looking at their Crawl Stinger quite a lot. They're gonna giant growth it. Okay, so I'm going to bring out a light shield to make this battalion stronger. Attack for 4. And then I'll be able to tap the Enforcer. Great. Got a big old hex-proof crocodile, eh? So I can't prison realm it. Why no cat? What do you mean they did put out a kitty cat over there? Okay, so probably what I want is that finisher so he gets stronger. I mean that populace. So I'm gonna need to block that light shield. I'm gonna need to sacrifice that light shield with that crocodile. 2 crocodiles, okay. Why don't I have a cat on the field? Or you have to buy those actually, unfortunately. So the those ember cats that appear on the screen, you have to buy them. Alright, let's get rid of this stinger because I don't need a death touch critter getting in my way. Martyr, sure. I'll bring in a conjurant to be fodder as a blocker. So yeah, if you buy the pass, which I believe is 3,400 gems, not gold, gems, you will be able to if you buy that gem, you'll be able to you'll have that cat if you buy that package of gems. Alright, let's do this. Everything gets vigilance. I go in for some quick damage. Alright, what do we want to do here? This is not gonna end well. They got a lot of great proliferate stuff. Yeah, I'm just treading water here. This is not gonna work. I can't deal with 2 hexproof things that are huge. Soren's Thirst. And then a final Tomik. They are actually your going me, so how's everyone's day today? Have you stepped outside and smelled the flowers? Confirm the permanents and or players to gain additional counters. Let's submit 0. And then we'll tap that creature. And a final land. And then right here from Hell's Heart, I stab at thee. So let's move on to the next one. Yeah, that Hexproof Crocodile worked pretty well. This is the last game, and let's look at this deck one more time just to kind of whittle things down. Let's just go all the way down to 41 cards. 40 cards, so let's see how that goes. So after this, it'll be about an hour, and then maybe I'll play one game or something of the regular ladder. So, versus Bandy. You need to go spend time with family. You'll not be uploading, that's totally fine. Spend time with your family, say hello to everyone, Lazar, and have fun. And I might, that reminds me, I might not be back for the 11 p.m. stream tonight. I'm going to a party, but I don't know if it'll end before 11 p.m. Pacific, so maybe not. We'll be back or not. Follow me on Twitter to know about that. Anyway, here, Laroon Enforcer. I guess that'll kind of slow things down until I get some mana. It is not high cost at all. So let's see what we get. A little removal right there. They're going to go with Gruul. Actually, they're probably going to roast that Enforcer. Yep, there it is. Okay, hopefully got nothing going on. Playing 3 colors, must be nice. Cannot deal with that, no lands. Okay, probably going to call this one a day because you can't play Magic without lands. So we'll see how it goes. So I decreased my cards down to a perfect 40, and still this is not enough to give me any sort of meaningful draws. Okay, everyone, I can't stand it when things go like that. They have their full amount. Hey there, Gorbla. Thank you for subscribing. Sorry that it has to be at a time when you saw an epic fail. Only 1 win. This was horrible. Ooh, I got 2 of these. Nice. Let's go claim those prizes. So first of all, Mugen's Conjurant is fun. The rare is a Roalesque. I don't have them in any of my decks, but okay, cool. And then got a uncommon wild card. Nice. Tybalt's Rager.
Power, carry the 1. Yep, odds of victory look good.
Odds of victory look good. Okay, and I got a raw. So okay, that was that. Let's play one game. Let's play the ladder where this is serious business. And I'm playing mono black vampires. I'm not playing the big. I'm not playing the deck list that a recent pro put out. That was black and white. This is just mono black. And when this deck works, it works. It's a go wide aggro-ish type of deck, and it does vampire shenanigans plus dread presence. Acceptable. There's a lot of life gain in this deck. Oh, they got their ley line out. Okay. So let's give that a nice, actually. This is a ley line that makes mana dorks, right? That has hexproof for the moment. Fine. Next turn, Audacious Thief, so I can start to get some card advantage. Another Druid. Fine. And then Incubation. I probably have to actually wreck that, so... They probably will not block. They need all their mana. If they do tap those Druids, I can murder them. Cavalier. Okay. Let's actually destroy that. Is it just me, or do they have a huge deck? 45 cards. I don't know why it seemed like they had a big old deck. Having a reef here. Okay, when I sideboard, I need to bring in all my anti-green cards. Next turn, I drop a Presence, then I drop a land, kill the reef. I think they wanted to incubate their Druid or something, didn't they? Okay, so Presence, Swamp, kill that reef. Attack here, probably will not block. They have a ton of mana, but what are they going to do with it? Next turn, drop another... drop another land, kill another thing, maybe that Druid, and that'll probably adapt it. Okay, I guess what I need to kill here is that elf on the shelf. Attack with a lot of stuff here. I got 27 life. I have 9 life. If I get another land, I can just go straight for the face. Damaging themselves, make everything big again, fine. That is a Death Touch creature. Gonna go after my Planeswalker, that'll distract them. That's fine. Tapping more mana to do more stuff. I don't know, this is going to be lethal if you don't have blockers. Alright, so they're down to 2 creatures that they can make really big with their ley line, I guess. And I've got 3 creatures. One is Death Touch. Interesting. Okay, let's do this then.
I have not survived the millennia to stand down. Join my crusade.
So is that Flood really helpful? Return all mana. If you return 4 or more, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, Druid. Druid. Druid, okay. Nothing to do there.
a mighty curse.
Draw a card, which is nothing. So they're kind of tapped out. Kamul, unless they top deck something amazing. Have 39 life. That's hilarious. They can adapt their druid.
This is but a taste of power.
So they adapted, but they forgot that that has Death Touch, and this is the end, maybe. Land. Okay. GG. Alright, nice. Let's see on the next one. People are texting me. I am too popular. Okay, so here we go. This is a green deck, so let's put in all of this green removal. They don't have any... They seem to not have any Planeswalkers, but I bet they just didn't come up. Then we got some -2s on there. Let's take out these murders. Let's take out those blade brands. Let's put one murder. Okay. This is more focused on kill green creatures. I got some green hosers. Noxious Grasp. If their ramp is disrupted, then they're done. They had a little bit of a mishmash of things. They had that Risen Reef, which of course is amazing. They had some adapt creatures, and they had a lot of mana, so... What were they going to do with it? I bet you that they do have Nissa who shakes the world, who wakes the world, whatever her name is, and I bet they wanted to put in a lot of creatures. So has anyone in the chat there made any fun M20 decks yet? Are you following some of the meta with some of these elemental decks and stuff? We'll have a bunch of turn 1 plays, especially that Ebon Legion, which can get bigger and bigger. There's a removal. They really, really needed that elf, unfortunately. Elf goes back to the shelf. Third turn, Ebon Legion, which they will not block. Next turn, if I get my 4th land, Vampire plus... Yep, they're not going to block that. I don't know, you're at 8 mana already. You're looking for elementals or 3 colors, or some cards expensive. Yeah, they're starting to get up there. We're so new in the new set, you know, that it's like too early. Okay, so let's see if they... What do they do here? They've got a lot of mana open. I can still activate. There's a flash on that. Fine. Actually, that'll work out very well. I don't even need to spend it, because it lives. So then let's... dominate. Okay, so they've got a very, very low board presence. They have a ton of mana, but unless you bring like a Hydroid Krasis or something. Okay, here comes another. Here comes another Frilled Mystic. there we go. Another sacrificial critter. Let's do some double vampire action here. And that's a pretty big field. Now they could do that Return to Tears or whatever it's called. Yep, there it is. Okay, fine. Acceptable. So, we can maximize this. Well, I definitely want that thief, I guess, for more... Well, this will be fine. This will create a big board presence again. That just slowed me down for one turn. It's still lethal for them unless they tier me again. Okay.
We are but motes in a vast multiverse.
Creates a creature. Okay, fine. Let's let's just go for the face. Who cares if they've got one blocker? So it's looking pretty grim for them. Khamûl. Alright, so everything here is,
Our fiends thirst for life.
that's still game over, right? Because they, yeah, whatever happens here, yep, that's it. Alright, so you're looking for element. Okay, so, yep, there we go. We're up on gold tier 1.2, so I've been streaming for a little bit more than an hour. I think I'm going to wrap it up at this point. Don't forget to go over to loots.com/vmcampos. Say something nice there. You bought the book, Magic War of the Spark, interested in the lore. Yeah, that book has been getting a lot of interest. It's like they have not made a magic novel in a while. And if you're interested, let me actually put the link directly here. There is a podcast episode with Mark Rosewater that you might be interested in listening to. Here we go, Greg Wiseman. So I'm going to put this into... The author of that book, Greg Wiseman, got interviewed recently. So I'll say, check out that link for an interview with the author. So Greg Wiseman is the author of that book. Follow that link to listen to it. Mark Rosewater, head designer at Magic, interviews him and talks all about the motivation of the book. And I don't think there's any spoilers and stuff, but I would check out that audio podcast. So as for the moment, thanks everyone for hanging out. Once again, I may or may not be back for the 11 p.m. stream. I might be at a party, and I don't know if I'll finish it up, so keep up to date with me on Twitter. I will announce it on Twitter if I'm not able to come back in time. But it was fun hanging out with everyone. Thank you for joining. And when I'm back next time, I'll do some more streaming. So this has been VM Campos. See you next time.